Rosewood Road Water Main Replacement Project. Next slide, please. First of all, let me give a good evening to everybody and extend a warm welcome to everybody that's taking a minute out of their evening to attend this project information meeting for the Rosewood Water Main Replacement Project. Next slide, please. I'd also like to extend a warm welcome to the commissioners whose district this project falls in, Commissioner Nicole Messiah, District 3, and Commissioner Ladina Bolton, who is in Super District 7. I don't think either one is in attendance with us tonight, but these are the commission districts which this project will take place. Next slide, please. We have a team of experts within DWM who will be presenting to you tonight to tell you more about this water main replacement project within the Rosewood neighborhood. Myself, I am Kerry Williams. We have Cassandra Marshall, Mark Nooks. They will all introduce themselves as they are called upon to speak. So I'm going to give you a brief overview of what's going to happen, and then I'll turn it over. A brief overview of actually what we do, and then I'm going to go ahead and turn that over. Next slide, please. Again, I'm Kerry Williams. I'm Deputy Director for ECMS, or DeKalb County Watershed Engineering Construction Management Services. Next slide, please. I'm just going to give you a brief summary of what we do here within DWM. We have one water treatment plant. This is where your drinking water, potable water comes from. It's called the Scott Candler Water Treatment Plant, located at the intersection on the Chattahoochee River of Fulton, Gwinnett, and DeKalb County. We also have two wastewater treatment plants, the Snapfinger Wastewater Treatment Plant and the Pole Bridge Wastewater Treatment Plant, both located in South DeKalb. And some of our waste in the northern part of the county is treated by R.M. Clayton, which is in the city of Atlanta. Some of the things that we do, you can see. Some of the things that we do, you cannot see. We have over 5,000 miles of pipe in the ground, water with sewer pipes, along with pump stations that you can't see, water tanks, and other items that you may or may not be able to see. Next slide, please. So this project in particular is a part of DWM's effort to replace and upgrade the water distribution system infrastructure that has reached the end of its useful life and warrants upgrading and replacement. So that is what this project is all about. Next slide, please. And assisting us in replacing this infrastructure, we've assembled a team of professional consulting engineers such as AECOM, and contractors such as CGI that will actually be doing the construction on this project. At this time, though, I'm going to silence myself. I'm going to turn it over to the construction manager, the assistant director, Ms. Cassandra Marshall, to tell you more about the issues and the solutions to begin addressing this outdated infrastructure within our distribution system. Ms. Marshall, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Kerry. Good evening. My name is Cassandra Marshall. Again, I'm the Assistant Director for the Capital Improvement Projects for Watershed Management. My duties include overseeing Watershed's $4.27 billion capital improvement program and managing the construction management staff. I have over 25 years of experience in construction management and project management. So now I will provide an overview of the system problems and our solution to repairing the aging water infrastructure. Next slide. So the problem is primarily due to the pipes being installed in the 1950s. In this area, the county has been faced with 49 water main breaks from 1989 to 2022. The pipe materials in this area is primarily old tuberculated cast iron pipe, 2-inch galvanized, and cement pipe. All of these items cause operational deficiencies. In addition, the lifespan for these pipes are 70+ years. Therefore, they are all at the end of its useful life. Plus, the number of pipe failures increases with time. and it is also a good indicator that the pipe is in need of replacement. Next slide. So I want to give you a little background of the components within the county water system. The county has over 3,000 miles of pipe in our water system to maintain to provide drinking water to the ratepayers. We also have 4 pressure zones, 21 water storage facilities shown in the cyan colors, 16 pumping stations that are in the blue color on the map, and 6 pressure gauging stations. As you can see, this is a large system to maintain. Most of the system is aged and cannot be repaired or replaced all at once. Therefore, the county had to develop a best practice way to evaluate and prioritize how and when the piping will be replaced. The first objective was to model the system. In 2019, the county developed its first hydraulic model. A hydraulic model is just a water simulation of the system. The model can provide a big picture view of how the system should be functioned and is functioned. For example, it provides details such as system pressures, available water at fire hydrants, and how the tank levels affect the system. To develop the model, we use the county GIS data, meter data of water usage from the billing system, system facilities, such as the water storage facilities and regulated stations. Field testing data was also conducted. This data was ultimately used to develop the county master plan and used to prioritize projects. Next slide. So to this point of the presentation, you've heard about the problem. So now we'll speak about our solution. So CIP, or a capital improvement project, it is a project that helps maintain or improve an asset. It can either be new construction, an expansion, renovation, or replacement of an existing infrastructure. Earlier this year, the Board of Commissioners approved a new CIP program for $4.27 billion for projects to be completed from 2025 to 2035. On behalf of Watershed Management, the department is grateful to all of the commissioners who are partly responsible for the approval of this CIP plan. The Rosewood Water Main Replacement Project is a $6 million project that is included within that plan. My team, the CIP team, is responsible for getting the work done. My team includes 4 DWM construction managers and 12 licensed inspectors. Next up in the presentation, you will hear from the DWM construction inspector, Mr. Mark Nooks. He has over 15 years of construction experience. Also, with in-house staff, we are also supported by consulting firms who help assist the county with construction management and inspection services. So what we want you to know today is we're here to help. We want to reduce or eliminate emergency repairs. We want to stop breaks, and we want to protect the environment. Finally, after this project is complete, it will improve sustainability to the system. These improvements should last a minimum of 100+ years. Next slide. You will now hear from Mr. Mark Nooks about the project scope and overview.
Thank you, Ms. Marshall. Good evening, everyone. I hope you're doing well. Again, my name is Mark Nooks, and I'm a senior inspector for DeKalb County Watershed. On the following slides, I will discuss the scope of the upcoming work planned for your neighborhood. Next slide. So the planned work that is scheduled for the Rosewood Water Main Replacement Project is as follows. We plan on installing nearly 16,300 linear feet of 8-inch and 300 linear feet of 12-inch ductile iron pipe water main. This includes service lines, hydrants, valves, pavement restoration, and also having the contractor raise the meter boxes to grade. The trench will be milled and resurfaced once the new water main installation is tested and is complete. The existing 6-inch water main will be abandoned in place and filled with a non-shrink grout. The site conditions will not be altered from the existing. All disturbed pavement, and landscaping will be replaced in kind. We will be installing erosion control BMPs throughout the entire water main alignment. No more than 1,000 linear feet of trench will be open at one time and must be filled and covered daily. Next slide, please. So we estimated that approximately 100 to 150 residents will be impacted by this project. The project area includes the following streets: Rosewood Road, Laurel Lane, Shamrock Drive, Columbia Place, South Columbia Place, Pinedale Place, Ferris Drive, Darrell Drive, Amesbury Drive, and Glencoe Drive. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. So let's discuss the method of construction. The method of construction is defined as the open cut method. This consists of cutting the asphalt, digging the trench, and installing the new water main. Once that's done, we will backfill the trench and replace the asphalt. Next slide, please. So the project duration is approximately 9 months. The scheduled activities are as follows: community notices, which were done on April 10th, community meeting, which we're having now this evening on April 17th. Preparation and mobilization will start on April 28th. I'm sorry. That's when the contractor will come out. You'll see a lot of equipment coming in. We'll have locators coming to locate utilities and to get planned and prepared for the project. Once that's done, the construction will start on May the 5th. Final restoration paving is set for approximately March 2026, and then the construction will end. Now, let me note, these are tentative dates, and depending on the weather and any unforeseen site conditions, the dates may change. Next slide, please. My team and I are the first line of contact for this project. From the first day of construction start, we will be on site to ensure that erosion and sedimentation controls are in place. We will ensure that proper installation of the water main is done per DWM standards. We will handle any customer complaints that might be in the area, as well as we would coordinate with other utilities and municipalities. Traffic control will be maintained. We will have flaggers out in the area where we're doing the construction, directing traffic. You will have access to your home and egress out of your home if required. Also, the most important thing that my team and I will do is to ensure that the safety measures are followed. We want our contractors to be safe, as well as we want our community to be safe. Again, let me state, all trenches and holes will be secured at the end of each day. Now, as you see before you, there's a slide. It says before. That is showing you a typical area of once we place the water main inside of the trench, we put GAB in there and compact it down. Once that's done, the after is once we have the paving performed with asphalt within the trench. So you see the before and the after. I would like to thank you for your time. And at this time, I will turn it back over to Ms. Marshall as she will discuss the community awareness.
Thank you, Mark. I will now address community concerns and what the community should be aware of. Next slide. So unfortunately, what comes with construction is inconveniences, in which we want to try to minimize. What you're going to see is a lot of construction traffic, foot and vehicles, large dump trucks, and heavy equipment. There will be construction workers, county employees, and contracted workers throughout your communities. There will be material and equipment deliveries by means of large tractor trailers. The crews and flaggers will guide these large vehicles in and out of the community. What also come with working in the area is the parking issue. There will be vehicles parked alongside the streets and along the work zone. Work zones will be delineated by means of orange cones or barrels. In addition, as a security measure, all county contractors are required to have identification badges and marked vehicles. There will be increased noise with backup alarms, heavy equipment usage, and saw cutting of asphalt. Our typical work hours are from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Monday through Friday, and sometimes weekend. Residents will have access to their driveways during construction. They will be able to access water at all times. If there are any water disruption, we will put out notifications at a minimum of 24 hours prior to any known service disruption. One last item you may see is silt on the street. If dust or silt is tracked on the streets, the contractors will be responsible for keeping the streets clean and swept daily. Next slide. The sign at the bottom left of the screen is an example of the sign we require our contractors to install prior to starting work in the area. These signs are to be placed in the view of the line of the traffic on every street impacted at a minimum of 72 hours prior to starting construction. And on the right-hand side is a generic county contractor sign to be placed on unmarked vehicles. Other vehicles will have their company logos. All cars must be marked or identifiable as a security measure. Next slide. You will now hear from Ms. Alicia Penny. She will discuss public communications updates.
Thank you, Ms. Marshall. Good evening, everyone. My name is Alicia Penny, and I'm the Public Relations Manager for Watershed. And I have over 20 years of experience supporting the department with community communications and outreach. Tonight, I will be sharing with you the ways in which we will communicate with you throughout this project. Next slide, please. Ahead of tonight's meeting, you would have received a notification letter, such as the one that's pictured here to the far left. That notification letter told you about the project, the duration of the project, as well as informed you about tonight's meeting. Going forward, 48 to 72 hours ahead of any disruptions or any important updates, you will receive a door hanger such as the one pictured here, or a notification letter like the one that you received before this meeting, indicating to you what we're planning to do and how this will impact your daily commute as well as your neighborhood. We will also be using email updates to provide project updates on the construction progress. And at this time, I'd like to ask if you would please provide us with your email addresses by placing that information in the chat. And that way we can grab that information from the chat and provide you with updates on the project as needed and communicate with you if we need to in an emergency situation to let you know what is going on with construction. Next slide, please. On this slide, this shows the ways that we will reach out to you regarding the project. If you have questions about the project, you can certainly contact our project hotline, and I will share that information on the hotline number a little bit later in the presentation. We also have a dedicated web page for this project. It's listed on our DeKalbWatershed.com website. You go to Capital Improvement Projects, and it is listed there where you can find out more information about the project, as well as there will be a copy of tonight's presentation there, a map, and any of the notification letters that we distribute. All those copies will be there. We will also share updates through social media, through news releases, and the county's new newsletter, which is entitled the DeKalb Dispatch, where we will share information. Also through Nextdoor, we will provide notifications on the project. Ahead of tonight's meeting, we did post a Nextdoor post about the meeting tonight. As Ms. Marshall indicated, we have project signs that will be available and posted throughout the neighborhood. And we have our contractors that will be on site and available if any questions or concerns arise. And finally, a FAQ, which will be posted to the web page as well, which will provide important information about the project. Next slide, please. Here we have all of our QR codes for our social media, and we also include a QR code for YouTube because tonight's presentation, as well as our other community meeting presentations, are posted to YouTube as well. And we have Twitter, Facebook, and Nextdoor links posted here. And I'll pause for a minute to allow you to copy those QR codes if you need to. And next slide, please. Here we have important contact information for the project. I mentioned earlier about the project information line. Here is that number. It is a 1-800 number. If you leave a message, someone will return your call within 24 to 48 hours. There's an email address. If you don't want to call, you can email us at projectinfo@DeKalbCountyGA.gov. Also, we have important other contact information for our assistant director, as well as construction and project managers for this project. Finally, if you have an emergency that takes place outside of normal construction hours, we ask that you contact our DWM dispatch line. That's a line, a number that is available 24 hours, 7 days a week. We have someone who always answers that call. And if it's an emergency situation, we want you to leave a message or contact us through those means, through the dispatch. Because if you leave a message on project information line and it's an emergency, we will not get that message until the next business day. So this is if something happens over the weekend or in the evenings, this is the way to contact us, through this dispatch number or through the email address that is listed here. Next slide, please. This concludes our presentation for tonight, and we thank you for joining us. At this time, we'll move into our question and answer period. If you do have questions for us tonight, I ask that you please place them in the chat. And I want to thank the gentleman who provided us with his email address. And if there are others who want to add their email address, please do so. Any questions about the presentation? Okay, Mr. Williams, I don't see any questions at this time about the presentation.
So if there are no questions on the presentation, we're going to go ahead and adjourn this meeting. Again, you have the contact information. If you later on you decide you have questions, you can use the contact information that Ms. Penny has shared with you to get more information about the project. I want to thank you for attending this meeting, and we hope everything go well during this, and you should notice a change in your water pressure at your house if you have low pressure after this project is done. It's a good thing. So thank you for attending. Good evening.